everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you recognize me because I have been gone for a minute. Today I'm just gonna film a like really chatty get ready with me, basically just to update anyone who cares where I've been. I haven't like sat down and filmed a video in like months, which is totally my fault. I just have had a lot of things going on in my life, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Not gonna lie, I've been feeling like pretty low for the last couple months, and it's like taken a lot just to like set up my camera today and film this. I'm going to start doing my makeup and then I'll just like let everything blow. I also just wanted to say thank you for 8,000 subscribers. Doing YouTube and having a little platform on YouTube has always been my dream. Like, I never thought it would happen. I always thought I would just consistently keep putting out videos and then basically do it for myself. But this is so cool just to like see my channel grow and to talk to a lot of you. So thank you so much. It actually means more than you can even understand. Just gonna start off by moisturizing. Gonna be making more skate content before the summer ends. Like, I definitely want to film a couple more videos, but I just like didn't really have it in me today to do anything except maybe like one little sit down video, so that's what we're doing. Start off with the fact that you can probably tell there's a very different background. I moved. I am currently living in a house with one roommate. So basically I went from living in a brand new studio apartment downtown to basically 100-year-old house with a roommate on the other side of Vancouver. So there is a few reasons for this. Number one reason is because Sam and I broke up, and that's been like a huge reason why I kind of have strayed away from making videos, just because it's actually been pretty hard, and I don't want to be the girl who comes on YouTube and just like talks about my breakup or like gets really upset over it. But not gonna lie, I'm human. It was very hard. We had been living together for about 2 years, and I was so used to having him by my side all the time, and you get very, not necessarily dependent, but you get very comfortable with having each other's presence all the time and being able to rely on each other for things. And now that I've moved out and I'm like pretty much, very much so alone and on my own, I realize how expensive things are. I've realized how much I like human contact. It was for the better because we really like changed a lot throughout that 2 years. We became very different people, and it just like wasn't working emotionally anymore. And we could kind of both feel that the breakup was coming, but it definitely sucks. Like, you can't say that a breakup doesn't suck unless it's like you really fucking hated them, but I didn't really fucking hate Sam. Things did get pretty messy near the end. Like, we definitely weren't super great to each other. I felt very hurt at the end because he did some things that just really hurt and I'm not gonna come on here and like, you know, expose him or like tell the full story because it's not really anyone's business but ours. But he did do some things that made me really understand that he didn't care for me anymore, and then that was a huge sign that like it's time to move on. But I might be moving again soon, just because this house is so old that it's getting hard to like keep up with the maintenance of it, and that's something I've never been used to. I have always lived in apartments with landlords who are like a text or call away, who will fix things for you and you kind of just like don't have to worry about that stuff. But the landlord for this house, he's like old. Like, he's like old, like about to croak old. Like, he's like 90, I think. Only way to contact him is via landline. He has no cell phone, no email, and so he's virtually non-existent. And when he comes to pick up rent, if you like complain about anything or like ask him to fix something, he just like grunts and like leaves. It's kind of getting tough because I'm not sure how to replace the pipes under the sink. I'm not sure how to like take cabinets out and put new ones in. Like, it's a lot of cleaning to keep like a massive house like this that's so old clean, right? Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a really cool house, but it's definitely a lot for like one person to manage, especially considering my roommate is gone for most of the month. So I'm kind of looking to like downsize and maybe get an older apartment, something that's a little bit more manageable. I moved all my boxes, furniture, mattress, like all by myself. Sam left me pretty pretty much high and dry and made me pack up all of his stuff. I packed up all my stuff. He left me to clean our last apartment entirely. He basically just left on the drop of a dime, and I was responsible for cleaning it to get our damage deposit back. I was responsible for paying the termination fee. I was responsible for literally everything. Like, he just fucked off and kind of was like, you know, I don't care about you anymore. Wow, that's like really harsh. But that's what it, like, essentially that's what it felt like. Then when I sought out this place, I had to move all my things by myself. I'm way too broke to hire movers, so like that wasn't an option. So here I was, like, manhandling my queen mattress like down 7th floors in the middle of Chinatown, and then carrying it into this house like all by myself. So honestly, very proud of myself. I've learned a lot about the art of independence, as it is an art, because it is very challenging and trialing, especially for things that you take for granted when you aren't alone. So that's good at least. I can't do my eyebrows on camera, so I will be right back. I figured I would just be like blunt with you guys, because I have now started to feel like I have like a place where I can feel comfortable talking about things, which is on YouTube. I'm gonna be quite frank and blunt. I have been pretty like depressed like since about like 2 months. Well, I wouldn't say for that long. Like for the last month or so, it's been really hard to basically do anything. I find myself getting really emotional a lot of the time, and anxious about things, which like intertwined makes it really hard to do things day to day. I get really bad anxiety that everybody hates me or that I'm burdening people. It's like very extremely hard for me to reach out to people. I have like a small group of friends out here who I know like me and enjoy me. I like will refuse to ask them to hang out because I feel like they don't want to, or I just like I have a hard time asking for things, and I don't know why. It just like I physically can't ask for things sometimes. That's why I wound up moving all by myself and moving like 20-30 boxes down 7 flights of stairs by myself and putting myself through that suffering. I feel like I do that to myself a lot of the time. Also, my life has just been so full of changes lately, like with moving, and then I probably will be moving again, and with the breakup, like, and I'm in a new city. Like, I've only been in Vancouver for like 8 months, and this is all like happening so fast, and all of this like really intense crazy change is scary for any human, I think, but I'm especially afraid of change. I've been having a hard time dealing with it, and therefore I haven't had a lot of creative juices to like make content. This is the point where my channel is literally blowing up and I'm just like sitting here not doing anything because it's hard. All of the like real life things in my life have entirely prevented me from being able to do anything to do with YouTube. But today I kind of just really wanted to just be so blunt with you guys, because I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna act like I'm all good. I'm not gonna act like I'm 100% just thriving, doing great if I'm not. It honestly feels good to let it out, to be like, hey, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a huge mess, I'm a fucking dumpster fire right now. But I feel like a lot of young adults will probably be able to relate. Like, you can't always like put your life on display for the internet as like 100% thriving 100% of the time. Quite frankly, no one's life is that good all the time. I have been skating a little bit, but I also just haven't found the time or motivation really to get myself to go skate, just because when I do have time, I would rather sleep, and I do want to go skate. I have like actual responsibilities. I feel like I haven't even skated that much this summer, which sucks, but I've definitely skated enough to like maintain where I'm at, but I feel like I haven't like improved particularly in a while. I love skating to death, but it just can't always take precedence. Don't mind me, I am just putting mascara on my eyelash extensions because I'm too broke to go get them done and they look like shit. Still waiting for the damage deposit off of my first apartment, and then I put a damage deposit down on this place, which I'm expecting to get back, and I put a damage deposit down for a new place for next month. So that's like 3 damage deposits, all of which are like $500 to $1,000. So like, I'm very broke. Moving is very expensive. That's another thing I underestimated. that I've learned about being an adult is fucking moving is expensive. Like, it's always more expensive than you think it's gonna be. There is like the gas it costs to travel back and forth between the places, there's the damage deposits, there's always things in the first place that you don't bring to the second place or that you need in the second place. Moving costs a lot of money, so like keep that into consideration for anyone who's like becoming an adult and moving out on their own. Honestly, budget like double what you think you need, because I am getting kicked in the ass because it's very expensive and I'm just one human. I'm just one girl trying to make it in the big city. Okay, I'm going to end this by saying a little bit of advice if you are going through something similar. Not that I have the best advice, because like I said before, I am a hot flaming dumpster fire at the moment. But if you are in your early adulthood and you're feeling lonely, or you're feeling kind of like a failure or anything along those lines, I think that the best advice I can give, which has kind of gotten me forward and gotten me to where I am now, which is not killing myself and not being completely utterly depressed to where I can't do things, I would say the best advice I can give is to not cut people off who care about you and who are in your life, because I know that a lot of the time when I'm feeling really shitty, it just feels natural to cut people out and to not answer my texts and not answer my calls and basically just crawl into a cave of my bed for days and just not think about anything. But that is so detrimental. Like, truly, those people, if they are reaching out to you, they care. I know I have a really bad habit of pushing people away, especially when I'm feeling low. I feel as though I'm a burden and I don't want to bring them down with me, and I don't want to share my blues with them. But truly, if they do care, your blues will not affect them. If anything, they'll be able to bring you up. Yeah, if I could give any piece of advice, it would be to reach out to the ones who love you. And just know that there is always someone out there who loves you, because I know that when I feel super alone, it's really easy to tell yourself that nobody cares and that you're completely alone, but that is never the case. You know, call your mom, call your dad, call your sibling, call your coworker, call your neighbor, call someone. You know, like, nobody's ever going to crucify you or condemn you for needing someone to talk to. I'm shameless enough to say that I've called the suicide helpline before, and it's also really helped, because in those instances I didn't want to call anyone in my life and have them worry, but just hearing the sound of someone's voice can be really helpful a lot of the times. Yeah, that is all I have to say. Thank you if you subscribed. I hope to make better and more content soon. I guess we'll just have to see if I can mentally tolerate myself over the next month. Hopefully I can. Hopefully there'll be more content. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Missing someone.